Welcome, boys.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
And happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. It really is a happy Sunday. I'm so happy you guys came and sat down with me. I appreciate this.
Happy to be here. Long time coming.
So, for everybody that doesn't know, me and Aaron are fucking like brothers. We grew up together. We've known each other our entire lives. Yeah. And I was trying to get you on the first season, but with scheduling and everything, you live in the Bronx and you do real estate.
Sure do.
And you and your better half.
Definitely the better half.
Had a big eventful pandemic, right? You got married.
It was busy, yeah. Got married, brought a child home.
Yeah, got a little Winnie,
a little pandemic puppy.
You and everybody else. I got a not really a pandemic pig.
A pandemic piggy.
I know
Listen, it's still a pandemic.
Well, listen, it's over. It's over.
The panini has been pressed.
Yeah, the panini. I like that. I like that analogy. That's the way I feel. It's over. It's over. We got to move on.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm vaccinated, and so I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not, but I had it, so I have the antibodies. So at this point, I'm good. And I'll get the vaccine when they're ready to give it to me. They said, "Oh, come back in 90 days." Yeah. I'm like, all right.
I'm surprised.
I'm here to get it.
Let me tell you right now. I am so surprised that you're like, are you really a Floridian though? Like, I feel like
he's a Floridian.
Bullshit. He's wearing a mask, fucking vaccinated. Like, if you're a true Floridian, you're throwing alligators through drive-thrus. Fuck the government. I'm not fucking getting a vaccine. I'm not doing this. You're like, I thought you'd be selling fake vaccination cards.
You haven't heard his y'all come out.
Oh my God. Well, I'm from that part of Florida where everybody's actually just from New York or Boston and they live in Florida. So everywhere where I'm from, everybody's a transplant.
Gotcha.
I don't know anybody who was really
he's
born.
He's from near Deerfield.
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale. You're East Coast.
A little town that everybody's heard of called Parkland.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh my God. And do
you want to take the podcast to a really sad place? Because we could go that way.
We don't have to go really sad. But we were there. I was down there at your parents' place. Mm-hmm. Was that Deerfield?
Yeah,
Deerfield, yeah.
On Deerfield Beach, the day that happened.
Yeah.
Fucking.
We came down the next day.
Yeah, you guys came down the next day.
Yeah.
Fucking horrible. That, and you know what to say, like, crazy, not to relate shit, but when Newtown happened, it was right before Christmas. I'm here, right here. I have family, lived in Newtown, well known, all that shit.
Yep.
And the correlation, it's like every time I'm like, I'm always around fucking tragedy, like horrible fucking tragedy. I'm like, I think I'm the fucking, like, black cloud shit.
Must be
you.
You
Know what I'm saying? I think it's me. If you see me show up at a fucking Walmart or a post office, fucking run out. Save yourself. I'm telling you. Fuck, bro. But anyway, on happier notes.
Yeah, right.
Pride Week.
Month.
No, Pride Month.
We
Pride
get a
Month,
whole
baby.
month.
All right, who's fucking walking around with glitter on their ass cheeks?
I mean, that's a normal thing.
It's a normal thing?
Yeah.
Jeffrey!
I always have glitter on my ass.
Fuck, bro. Shit and rainbows. I love it.
It's like when you put out a welcome mat in front of your house. You gotta have the glitter so people know they're welcome.
So I know what Pride Week is about.
Month.
I know what it's about. It's about paying homage and respect and awareness of everyone's fluidity and gender recognition and being yourself. And I love that. But what do you guys do?
It's also a protest. Let's not forget.
Well, that's how it started. Grassroots.
Well,
the
parade
it's
still a protest.
It's still a protest. It's still a protest, but it's more of a parade. It's a parade. It's a celebratory thing now.
It's become more of a parade because a lot of businesses have gotten involved in
Right. They're 1 month a year. Their logo turns rainbow. Just so they can get some extra sales from the gay community.
But that's everything. I mean, that's everything.
Right.
As soon as it becomes turns from I don't know what it starts as, but when it turns into a movement,
when it goes from fringe to
mainstream
to pop culture,
commercialized, that's what happens.
But you just got to remember where we came from and how long it's taken to get to the place that we're at as a community of.
Right. I mean, even within our lifetimes, it's like huge transition in how the public looks at us as like whether or not we're human, right? Yeah. I mean, in 1994, you could still go to jail in a lot of parts of the developed world for being gay.
Yep.
I mean, you still can.
You still can, but
don't vacation in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, right.
Stay away from Bama.
I mean, I don't know why I would go to Tuscaloosa.
Exactly. There's nothing there. They don't have parades like this. No. Fuck them.
No.
Yeah.
But
chicken fight, steak eating fuckers.
It's only in recent history, right? Like we were in college when gay marriage became federally recognized.
We weren't even in. When New York State legalized it, it was my graduation day. It was my graduation party from high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
that was a weird day.
That was only New York.
Yeah, that was
but
New York.
Federally, we were in college. I mean, that wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
I mean,
we're out of college
7
years.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And you know what? You guys both, I mean, there's a lot of people in the world, right? There's a lot of guys that they wait till later on in life. They have families, all this stuff. You guys were very honest, and it's a hard thing to do to come out. And you guys came out very early on in your lives.
You have to do it when you feel safe.
Yeah.
Luckily, and I can't speak for Geoff, but I have a very caring family. Obviously, it was still hard, but when I came out, everyone was, for the most part, very supportive.
Yes.
Some people were not, and if they were friends, they are no longer my friends. I had people tell me I was going to hell, which was super fun. Super fun. But you know, it's I Mayapack, for all its problems, I never faced any kind of discrimination from being gay or like had any trouble as a kid.
Move your mic a little closer. Just a tad.
How's that?
Oh, I think Engineer Larry is fucking happy now.
Okay.
He's got a rock hard cock now for this. All right.
So I could have had like a much harder time coming out.
When you
I came out earlier than you. You were 18 when you came 18. Out. I came out at 14.
No, I was 17.
You came out at 14?
I was 14. It was the end of my freshman year of high school.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I have an older brother who's also gay, so it was a little bit probably easier for me than it was for Aaron because I wasn't the first in my family.
I didn't know any gay people.
Right. My family had already gone through it.
Okay, so not only were you, how many siblings?
I have 2 siblings, and then I have some step family that don't matter.
How many siblings are homosexual?
Nice. So my dad likes to before I came out, he used to say, "Oh, 2 out of 3, that's not so bad." And then I came out, and he went, "Oh shit, 2 out of 3."
Wow.
So 2 out of 3 of us are gay.
Wow. Yeah. And what's your dad? He was accepting of all this stuff, right?
When I came out, they thought, you're 14 years old. You
don't know any better.
You don't know anything. Yeah. You're just confused. And I'm like, no, I know what I like.
Well, I don't want to blow the whistle on the whole thing, but I think you knew. I mean, your dad was involved in, can I talk about his business?
Yeah, go for it.
He's an adult. He owns strip clubs.
He owned a strip club at that point.
Club at the time.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, fucking tits and ass and fucking dicks. Right. Like, it wasn't like, you're like, I don't know yet. No, you see this shit. This is around your household.
I mean, at 14, think about the things we were doing at 14.
Oh, I know the things.
Things that we shouldn't say on a microphone.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Yeah. Dude, like, that's why. That's why.
Like I knew I was gay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't safe yet. No. So I didn't do it.
When I think back, I
later.
There are signs to myself from way earlier than when I came out, right? Yeah. At 14, it was like I accepted it within myself, but I was, struggling with it from probably 10, 11.
Yeah.
I mean, at that early age, it's very easy for you to realize you're not like the other people around you,
I mean, listen, I'm a very straight heterosexual guy. But I have a lot of homosexual friends. I grew up with a lot of gay friends, honestly. And
it's true.
It's the truth. And I love my gays. I love all my gays. And it's one of those things like, everyone knows. Yeah. It's like the unsaid thing. It's like, all right, we know. It's not a big deal. Well, I'd rather be honest. Like when Aaron came out to me, first thing is I was like, you want to go fuck a girl right now? Like, we'll put this shit to the test. I was young. I was like, what was I, 15, 16?
You were young, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, we're going to fuck right now. You'll fuck a girl right now. He's like, no. Like,
I was like, I'm okay.
Gay. And I was like, and then I was like, all right. Like,
okay.
And then you're like, it clicks. Everything's like, it's like the bigger picture.
I got that offer too. Someone was like, we'll make you not gay right now.
Yeah,
let's go find a girl. And I'm like,
that's the first thing I thought.
Like, you'll not be gay once you try pussy. And I'm like, have you sucked a dick before? Because let me tell you.
Oh, dude,
you want to talk about things that are enjoyable.
I can't. Oh my God, I can't even think about that. That's my thing is like, I love pussy so fucking much. The first thing I said to him was like, we'll go have sex with a vagina and you will your mind will be blown. What are you talking about?
No.
And now he was like, nah, that's not my speed. I was like, all right.
No.
All right. That's not for everybody.
Yeah. No.
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm very understanding of everybody because me, myself, I find myself in this community. I find I'm a gender fluid person.
You're a lover.
I'm a lover. I'm a gender fluid person. I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. And it's so hard. No one understands this. It's the truth. I'm a lesbian with a fucking penis. And you know what? I just can't afford I don't want
You're
to.
a lesbian who can't commit.
That's it. I'm a lesbian that can't commit. So,
There you go.
So you're not really a lesbian.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
just a
the
butch
lesbians.
lesbian.
They take 6 years of dating and then they just nest hardcore and they never split. So
Well,
Yeah, they pack 6 years of dating into like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
Full hard. Right off the bat.
Yeah, but then they nest.
yeah,
I
You
nest.
don't nest.
I burrow. I bed down. I don't know about
Not the
nesting.
same.
Not the same.
Not the same.
A little different.
Well,
like we nested, right? Like we got out of college.
nest.
We started dating in March of our senior year of college.
we were friends before we dated.
We were friends.
And we went to college together. We were like living in the same dorm. Like it made sense.
Right.
You know?
And, even at that moment, at the end of our senior year, I think we were both like prior to starting to date, we were like, we're seniors. We're about to go off and do life. This is not the time to get into a committed relationship.
Yes.
But when you find the one,
Yeah.
You know.
you know.
And you know what the thing is? From my observation, from all my dearest friends that are gay, whether gay men, lesbians, whatever it is, so emotional. The emotional attachment is major. For me, fuck, dude, I'll go fuck somebody tomorrow and I never talk to them. I don't care. But there's a big threshold there. Like, there's not a lot. I mean, I know guys that are flamboyant and they'll go around, fucking around. But when they're with somebody, it is serious.
Yep.
Like, they are very committed. I'll bring girlfriends around all the time. I don't give a fuck. But
And I think that, obviously I'm an outsider looking in, but I think in straight relationships, there's a lot more difficulty to kind of split the emotional from the physical. Whereas in most gay relationships
Straight people are idiots.
that I've seen,
you know what? I think it's very primal. I think it's very primal instinct.
Yeah.
I think we're very like hunter-gatherer, like, I'm gonna fuck this, and
Right.
that's it. When you guys are the same sex, when people are
that's
of the
easy.
same
It's like,
sex,
we
You're-
connect
it's
on the
an
fact that this can
intelligence.
just be,
it's emotional.
it can just
But
be the
also,
sex.
when
Yes.
you're gay or trans or anything that requires you to come out about what you are, it takes a lot of emotional maturity, and also it takes a lot of like
Self-confidence.
breaking down your own walls in order to do something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of reflection.
So
Yeah.
you're already coming to a relationship in a very open, communicative way. I mean, I can't speak for every gay person.
No, because you know what? But we're speaking on our own experiences. I get it.
Yeah. So
When you have to go through that kind of a deep analysis, and it's
It is
now
a
it might
deep
be
analysis.
easier
It
than
is.
it was 20 years ago, but I've been out 14 years now. I've been
Yeah.
out as long as I was in the closet. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I've been out 10 years this year.
Look at you.
so
look at you.
I mean, 14 years ago when I came out, I mean, yeah, Ellen and Rosie O'Donnell had been out, but otherwise that was it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
And you
I'm
saw
exaggerating
like the random
a bit,
like
but-
slutty gay guy on The Real World.
Yeah, Real
and
World.
that's all I saw.
Yeah.
and the gays on
Or, like,
Desperate
the-
Housewives.
Yeah, the troublesome
Right.
gay son on
Yep.
Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing you know about
always
gays is
all
they
the
have-
reality shows always had a chatty gay
Yeah.
guy. They always portrayed them as flamboyant and chatty, but that's not the case.
Did you know that not all gays are skinny?
Yeah,
Oh, and they come all shapes, sizes, and personalities.
It's amazing.
It's the truth. I mean, it's like I don't know. It's like fucking jelly beans. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's got a different
Jelly
different
beans.
flavor. Everyone really does, and you got to find what you like.
Yeah, it's almost like the rainbow pride flag is like,
Like a little-
it makes sense.
I'm telling you, it's like
Yeah.
jelly beans. That's why I think of the gay community. A bunch of jelly beans in a bag, and some of them are a little bitter, some are a little sour, some are a little sweet, a little too sweet, and But I tell you what, I
Which
love
one
jelly
am I?
beans. You? Fuck, bro.
I'm just a cunt.
He's black licorice. That's Aaron. Aaron's black licorice. Jeff, come on, you know he's black licorice.
Oh, I'm the first to tell him he's a nasty
Fucking
bitch.
Monday morning when he's fucking hasn't had a cup of coffee yet. Oh yeah,
That's so
oh,
fucking
yeah.
rude.
Try living with him. Jesus.
Well, I was gonna say you guys been living together now for how
6
long?
years.
6 years.
It'll be 7 in August.
How long you guys been married?
8 months? 9 months?
It'll be a year in September.
Does it even feel like you guys are married, or is it just the same?
It definitely feels married.
It feels
Yeah.
different.
I definitely
But
feel
it
married.
mostly feels the same. Like we were in a committed relationship for years and years.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, I kind of want to kill him more now than I did prior to the wedding, but he doesn't have the life insurance policy yet, so I'm being patient.
A wise.
you're so fucking rude.
I love it. I love it. Let me tell you
I
something.
love you.
Hatred lasts longer than love. It's one thing I've heard from a couple that was married a long time. Is that I would hate to see him happy with anybody else. I was like, That is, that's the realest shit you've ever heard.
I mean, hate and love come from very similar places
Similar
in the
places.
brain.
They do.
She's like, I fucking hate this guy.
Wanting to
but
fuck him
I'd
and wanting
hate
to
to
kill
see
him
him
come
love
from the
somebody
same-
else more than me. I'm like, oh, I get that. I get that. But you guys, so you guys got married in a very interesting way. I mean, you guys got married in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Not a conventional
In a
wedding.
panini.
In a panini.
We had-
in the panini pandemic.
panini.
I mean,
Deep
you
in the
know,
panini.
your
Deep
listeners don't, but we had been planning we were engaged for 3 years.
Yes.
And we were planning this massive,
Beautiful
wedding. It was going to be like 250 people at the top of Hunter Mountain.
I was so excited. I was
it
going to have a red
was-
velvet suit.
Oh my God. It was going to be quite the party.
You were not going to have a red
I was.
suit.
I found it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I
it
swear
doesn't
to God.
matter anymore, but you were not
Ask.
going to wear that.
You want to ask? You know who found the blazer? Who found the blazer? She's like, you have to wear this at the wedding. My mother.
Well, your mother
Dude,
wanted
look
me to
like
dress like Liberace.
Well,
She goes wild.
Oh
I
my
kind of
God.
like
That's
some
kinda
of this
talking
shit.
to.
I
Your
kinda
mom's like,
some
are
of
you
her
going to
shit.
wear a feather boa? And I was like, of course I'm going to wear a feather boa. I'm gay. It's
I know.
required.
My mother is like, this.
Like,
Lisa's
that's
off
the
off the charts
baseline.
with that shit. But I tell you what, I did look good in that fucking red velvet blazer. I tried it on. I was like, damn, dude. I was like, I gotta fucking rock this thing. I can rock pretty much anything. But anyway, besides, I blow more smoke up my ass. You guys had and I was so lucky to be best man in this wedding, and I was blessed with that honor.
you're my bestie.
You're my boy,
My
bro.
bestie for the
I
restie.
fucking and I went.
Oh, wait, that's you.
well,
Well, yeah,
yes.
I'm
You're my bestie for the
I
restie.
know, and I love. I think
can
we're
share.
mutually. I'm like.
See, I won't
I'm
do
your-
the.
I'm both
you
your
won't do
guys.
the
We're a
things that
throuple.
I'll do.
That's
for
what
him,
I'm saying.
That's what we are.
Yeah.
Like there are lines that you're not gonna cross in your friendship that
Yes.
I've way past.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Well, yeah, of course. I mean, listen.
You like that? He was
let
like, really? Like what? What
I'm like,
line?
well, I was thinking on the friendship line. Then you're like, I'm crossing. Of course, you're crossing. Listen, dude, you got me. Okay, you upped me. You one up
There you
me.
go.
Congratulations. 25 years of friendship doesn't hold a candle to Jeff.
Listen,
Jeff
there's a
is
little
the end
room
all
over
be
there.
all.
We could change this really quick.
There you go. Right. So
I'm pretty comfortable being the best man. Okay, I'll be the bridesmaid,
Okay.
not the bride. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that one.
So
but you guys did it on the fly. We changed it. We called an audible on the wedding.
Yeah.
And we pulled this fucking thing off.
So the pandemic hit March 15th,
Yes.
13th, whenever that was. Trying to block it out of my head.
Yep.
And like a few days later,
I think we had a couple of weeks. It was like the first week of April.
it felt like a couple days later, my dad calls me and he's like, maybe we should think about
Pushing off a year.
canceling the wedding.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't really want to make that decision
Yeah.
at the moment.
At the moment.
Yeah.
I'm like kind of like in a very depressive state right
Well,
now.
you guys are living. You guys live in the Bronx. You live
Yeah,
Riverdale?
We live in
Riverdale.
Riverdale.
Riverdale. So
I mean-
you see. I mean, when that was going down, it was fucking.
I mean,
If-
during the
horrible.
pandemic,
If you're not
like,
from New York City and lived in the city during this, like it was.
I mean, it's a totally different perspective.
Totally.
Like there was a period of like 3 or 4 weeks where you heard sirens constantly.
Yep. Remember that?
Like ambulance
remember that
sirens.
fucking warning siren they had?
Yeah.
Like 6:30 or 7 o'clock
Yeah.
for the first 2 weeks. Like everyone get inside. It was like fucking Fallout.
Yeah.
I mean,
it,
that-
it really felt like
that
that.
crappy hour thing too that happened.
Yeah, that
I
was
mean, the
surreal.
7 o'clock every day.
Everything
I mean,
stopped.
I know
We
that
did
they
it
did
every
it.
day,
and
'cause,
We did
like,
it.
what else
Yeah.
were we
Yeah.
doing?
Everyone went out, clapped
Yeah.
for
Or
the first
smashing
responders.
like
I'm like,
pans
yes,
together.
Thank you, first responders. But it like felt very surreal and very
for everybody.
Apocalyptic.
like post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
very
yeah.
strange.
I mean, you just look out your window and it's just the whole neighborhood. Because everything that we are in are mid-rise buildings around us.
Yeah.
So you have 6 to 10 floors all around you of people coming out their windows on their fire escapes. Yay, thank you. I mean, yeah, of course, we all appreciate what the first responders did. And it was great that we were able to kind of come together as a community in that moment and be like, we're all...
But it's kind of like I'm gonna just go on a limb here and say I wasn't there at World Trade Center 9/11. I mean, we all lived in New York and stuff like that. But we were young, but I feel like it had we were the ground zero for Corona in the United States. We really were, and everybody in New York State, especially the city, felt like everyone it was a fucking like a terrorist attack on ourselves personally.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. It was an attack on the way we live our lives.
Yes.
We had to completely change the way we lived and functioned as human beings. And it was traumatic. It was a collective trauma that we all went through. Even people who weren't in the city, like people out here, you had to change your lives too.
Everything.
Not as drastically, maybe, because you're living in like single family houses.
Yeah.
So you can
you could go outside on your lawn.
Right.
And
I mean,
fucking,
they were
like
days
when we
at a
left our
time.
apartment building, like when we left our apartment door, we had to have masks on.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like there were days and days at a time that we did not leave our apartment. Because if it wasn't a necessity to go out that door, we were not
You're
doing
not risking
it.
that.
No,
No way.
he's immunocompromised.
Let me preface this by saying I am immunocompromised, so that's why we were a little more crazy than a lot of other people were.
Oh no, Kim, and it's understandable. And here's the thing that I have my own built up aggression towards the powers that be of everything is when you get a diagnosis of let's say a cancer, when they diagnose you with cancer, that's the hardest thing you can hear in your life, but there's optimism in it. You know what I'm saying? It's not it used to be a death sentence. Now there's optimism, there's treatments, there's plans, there's stuff like that. When they diagnosed people with corona, that was a straight up death sentence and everybody knew it.
Yeah.
And the way it was portrayed was straight fear. Instead of saying, listen, this is something that we can heal from, we can grow from, we'll give the best care possible, we're going to do this. Instead, they said, stay in your house, it's invisible, you're going to fucking die. You will die if you get this, no questions asked, you're fucking dead. That, I think, is the worst thing you can do to people because you have situations like, in you guys' situation, living in an apartment, you're locked in, you're terrified of everybody now, and you can't even see it. This thing is invisible. Yeah. You don't know where it is. You walk outside your house, you're dead.
Yeah.
Dead. You walk outside your apartment in your hallway, a fucking neighbor, a guy that you knew for fucking maybe 10, 15 years, good guy. You see him in the hallway, you're terrified.
Yeah.
Fucking standing 10 feet away from this guy. Fuck 6 feet. Why even risk it? Fucking 10 feet down the hallway. Get the fuck away from him.
Going downstairs to do laundry, it was going out our door, into an elevator, down to the basement, into another room, touching things that other people have touched recently.
I mean, they're communal spaces.
Yeah.
And it's just like a whole different ball game.
And the way that New York City is constructed, okay, the 5 boroughs, even on the outskirts, go up to, White Plains, other out Stanford, other place like this. It's constructed for people to live on top of each other. Yeah. I mean, communal, that's all it is. It's communal space. I mean, that's one thing when you live in New York City, in the New York metro area, you realize you ain't shit. You ain't shit. It's a humbling thing because there's a million fucking people on the sidewalk with you. And fucking none of that shit. You need to respect everybody. Everyone has to respect each other. That's part of it. It's a community. Yeah. And for everyone to take that community where we live in New York, everyone respects people. You act a certain way on a subway. You act a certain way going down the sidewalk. You walk a certain way going down the sidewalk. Yep. Now you have to fear everybody. It's not good. You have to look at somebody and say, that fucker could kill me.
I don't think I'm fearing everyone as much as I was caring about my neighbors because I as an immunocompromised...
The guilt too. They put guilt on people.
But listen, me as an immunocompromised person, I have a very specific perspective about the pandemic. I would want people to be looking out for me because if I got COVID... I mean, I have a much higher chance of getting very sick and being hospitalized and possibly even dying.
Yes.
And I know there are tons and tons and tons of people like me who have invisible diseases. Like you would
never know.
Have something.
Never know. Yeah.
Who their friends and family might not know, and they're walking around. They're asking them to come out to dinner, asking them this, like pressuring them to
live
interact.
life again, like it's normal.
Live life again, like I couldn't live life again until I got vaccinated.
Yeah.
So I was living in fear, but also just because I knew about it in this different perspective, I cared a little bit more about protecting other people too.
Especially when you're seeing the carnage firsthand.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys look out your window.
You're hearing it constantly.
I mean, people in our building died.
Oh yeah.
People in the buildings that we sell in.
Yep.
They were dying. It was very sad. It was awful.
And the thing that I think I'm telling you right now, I was one of these guys. I went to Florida. I was out there drinking, no mask. I didn't give a fuck. I was partying, doing all the shit. I believe in my health. I'm a healthy guy. Yeah. I'm one of these people that, I eat right. I exercise. I keep my shit together, and I'm like, fuck it. If I'm gonna die, I could die in a fucking car accident tomorrow. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go out by this fucking disease. It is what it is. Yeah. But I respect everybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going around. If you don't want to see me, you're not seeing me.
Yeah.
Me and you FaceTimed during it. I respect. You guys want to stay home? I was like, dude, stay home. Do what you want to do. That's what I kind of like the way that Florida ran was if you want to stay home, that's fine. It's capable. Everybody can live from their home in the comforts of safety. The way we live now with Amazon and Uber Eats and everything else, you can function.
You couldn't have done what they did in Florida and New York City.
No,
like,
no,
it's
no,
not
no, no.
possible.
Florida, because it's such a
But I think
beautiful weather,
I think
you
you
could be
did.
outside most of the time.
I think you
And it's
do
low
have
risk.
to give everybody the fair option of the way they want to live their life.
Yeah.
The way that New York City handled the pandemic with mandatory shutdowns, people lost jobs, their businesses, the suicide rate from the fallout. I think the people with mental health went through the fucking roof. Therapists, all this stuff. A lot of it was unnecessary fear mongering. I believe that. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that's a fact. That's my opinion. It was unnecessary fear mongering caused a lot of unnecessary problems. If you want to stay home, there's an invisible virus. You can't see the shit. Fine.
I mean,
but you have to give people
can you
options.
imagine though what would have happened if they didn't do that
I
shutdown
get
at that moment?
the first 2 weeks.
Right?
I understood the first 2 weeks.
Like they had to bring a fucking ship into the harbor to take care of the overflow.
and they never used it.
Thank God.
Yeah,
They never used it.
Imagine if they had to.
No.
If we
They
didn't
should have
shut
fucking
down,
took
they
the
would
people
have.
from Queens that were in Queensboro Hospital and shipped them to the fucking ship and the Javits Center and used it. Instead, they let them fucking pile up down there. I'm not going to get into this. Now it's getting political. My own political beliefs. De
believe it was Trump's
Blasio.
fault, but whatever.
Well, listen, I think De Blasio and fucking Cuomo had a little thing to do with that they didn't want to use Trump's ship and
they
didn't
were
want to use
just
the fucking
bickering like children.
And
Both of them
and
gotta go. And this
both
is
of them
something.
gotta go.
And this is
Gotta go.
something Republicans, Democrats can agree on.
Yes.
Right? Cuomo's gotta go.
And so does De Blasio.
And De Blasio's gotta go.
Everyone hates him. Everyone hates
he's,
both of them.
He's done. De Blasio's
They're
over.
done.
There's a
Done.
primary happening soon.
Did you
We're going to a
guys
general
see
election.
the fucking stage the other night? The debate for the mayoral debate? Was it
No,
like
we've
15?
been
Oh, I watched
insane.
it.
So we
I
went
love
out of
that.
We
town
went
for a
camping.
couple of days for his
That's
birthday.
awesome.
Yeah.
Get out of the house. You deserve it. You've been
Right.
away for a year.
Right, we went
You're
to-
going
The
places.
panini's been pressed.
You guys went to Florida.
We went to
You guys-
Florida.
Yeah.
I saw my dad for the first time in like a year and a half.
That's awesome.
I met my brother's wife for the first time.
Going fucking hiking. I love it.
Yeah.
So I
The mayoral
mean,
debate was crazy.
we didn't have a chance to watch it because we've been playing catch up. I mean, the real estate market, which I'm sure we're going to talk about in a minute.
And let me
is
tell you guys
insane.
something. I am so proud of you guys. Okay?
Thanks,
I'm
Jackie.
proud of you guys. For everybody that doesn't know, not only are they in love, they're married, they're gay, they're proud, they are independent fucking real estate agents that work together as a unit, and they are doing phenomenal.
Yeah,
I'm
so
very proud of you guys.
In 2020, not only did we get married and get our puppy, but we also started our LLC.
Yes.
So Aaron had, we've both been in real estate for a few years now. Aaron got his license in 2016. I got mine in 2018. So we've had kind of our own experiences in real estate. Aaron working in a lot of new development and more on the corporate side, whereas I've been more in direct resale and sales. And then in February of 2020, at the very beginning of February, Aaron quit his job. That was a full-time salary position, and we took a
big
leap of
risk,
faith on
big leap.
ourselves.
It was a big risk, and a lot of people told me I was fucking up big time. And
We had dinner.
Well, and then we had a shutdown.
We had dinner
like a month and a half later.
We had dinner at right here when that happened. The three of us, and I said, you guys will be fine.
Yep.
You'll fucking figure it out.
Yep.
You got to take a fucking risk in life. That's
were
what
always
it's about.
supportive, Jackie.
I'm always a risk taker. I'm always the fucking. I roll craps, baby.
Yeah.
I mean,
I roll
and
the
I'm
dice.
not. You know I'm not.
I know. That's why if you were gonna jump, I said to you, you're gonna land on your feet. You'll be
Like,
fine.
you know, I was thinking about it for months and months
Yep.
and months, making a plan. We were making a plan
Yep.
together. I mean, we were working together on the weekends anyway.
Yep.
I mean, because at that point I had been doing it myself. I went off from my old teams, and in September 2019, I was like, "All right, it's the Jeffrey Weiss show. Let's do it."
Let's do it.
And Aaron was awesome at helping me on the side, and helping me with my graphics and helping me manage a business. But I was lucky. Come February of 2020, I was getting so busy. I needed the second person. I
Yes.
couldn't do it myself anymore.
How is it? Am I using the right word here? Compartmentalizing.
Mm-hmm.
Compartmentalizing, because you guys live together, you're married together, you work together. How is that?
It's not a walk in the park.
It's not. It's.
No.
I mean, any
It's hard.
relationship, it's fucking.
I mean,
it has its shit. But
Especially in our business, because
Yeah.
we're in a business that never stops.
never
Yeah, we
stops.
Right?
can't
I mean,
stop
we
from
work
No.
7 days a week.
Yes.
We work all day. We're
And
doing
you're in
showings
right
at
now
8 a.m.
one
We're
of the
doing
hottest
calls at
markets. I
10
mean, whether
p.m.
you're buying or selling or whatever it is,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Real estate is moving
I mean,
like never before.
there's
People moving
never-
out of the city, people
Yeah.
moving into the city.
There's never
It's
been a market like this.
never been a market like this.
And we're in total service to our clients. So
you guys do an unbelievable job.
Oh, thank you.
Unbelievable
you,
job.
Jackie.
Who does not to cut you off or anything? Who stages all your photos and everything? They look incredible. incredible.
So, I mean, the most recent photos that you've seen, the ones I posted today, that's all the owner's furniture.
No shit.
Yeah. So
You guys should go
They
in there
made
and
that
fluff
easy.
it up.
We do a little bit of
we
cleanup.
give them tips on like cleaning up.
Take
you
your
have to
family
put certain
photos
things
down.
away.
Because right
Yeah.
now, as you guys know, social media is the driving force, especially in real estate, and a lot of businesses that really before weren't on social media.
Yep.
Everything's on social media.
yeah.
Everything, especially after the pandemic, the lockdown, you have to be on social media for a business. And you guys, the fucking the what is it? A&G Compass?
Yeah.
At Aaron and Geoff.
At Aaron and Geoff.
Follow us.
Follow
So
us.
Jeff with a G.
Hashtag pride.
Yeah, give us a follow at Aaron and Jeff on Compass.
The Instagram is incredible.
Instagram.
I love it. And you guys throw up a lot of historical, architectural stuff. So
I mean, that's what we're into.
I know, and I love it. And you guys love what you do, and it's clear. And it's just interesting. I that dynamic that you guys got going on, it's a special science.
We're
man.
lucky. We have very complementary skills. I mean, he is an amazing graphic designer. He is an amazing marketer. And
Jeffrey can sell paint to a wall.
yeah, I'm happy to
So-
just kind of talk at people. People feel comfortable around me.
You're
I
just
don't know.
a very talented salesperson. Also,
thank you.
I've learned so much just from working with you every day.
Shucks.
Aw,
I really have.
I love
I really
that.
have. He's so freaking talented at what he does.
Good for. I tell you what, I love the fact that you guys support each other, like complimenting each other. Like I was just with a relation of friends of ours who has a relationship they've been going on for a long time, and I gave her a little compliment, and she was like, "See, he complimented me. Why don't you do that?" And I didn't even realize, but that's the biggest thing. Sometimes you're together for so long, and everything just becomes so routine. You don't do that. So when you say nice things to each other, it goes a long way.
It's not all rainbows.
No.
And we're not always saying nice things.
No,
He's
no.
almost
I've
never
seen.
saying nice things
Listen,
to me.
I know you. Listen, I know you too. Okay, I know how the fucking shit goes. Okay,
Yeah.
everyone has their fucking shit. All right,
Right.
but it's
But
nice.
when all is said and done,
Yes.
like Jeff is amazing at what he does.
Mhm.
And that's it. Period.
Period.
You're amazing at what you do.
Love it.
You're really
period.
sweet. So is
And I love
Aaron.
you.
So
Amazing.
I mean,
Period. Love
he-
it. Period.
He makes it easy for me to do my job, and that makes us able to satisfy our clients and really do a good job. And we're also lucky that we found a niche market, right? We're not
Yes.
competing with the brokers of Manhattan who have been in the business for 20, 30 years.
But we made sure to learn everything we possibly could from them.
Right.
And
That's
part
take it
of
to
it.
a market where
there aren't
people
other
don't work
agents
like
who
that.
Listen, you
work
got to
like that.
sharpen your
Right.
teeth at something. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You
Right.
gotta.
So when you take
you
that
know.
Manhattan broker hustle and you bring it into a borough where there aren't agents of a high caliber. I mean, there are some exceptions to that, but for the vast majority of the agents that work in our marketplace, they're not.
They're just in
superb.
it for the turnover.
They're in it
They
to
want the
do
turnover.
it
They don't
quickly.
give a fuck. Yep.
Yeah.
And if you are able to do a high quality job and stand by your service, and listen, I'm happy to say to anybody who wants to hire us, we do a 6% commission structure. If you want to pay less than that, please find a discount broker. You're not hiring discount brokers.
You get what you pay for.
Exactly.
You get what you pay for.
We,
I mean, the
we
age-old
market
saying.
the hell out of it. We work our asses off, and we promise that you're going to have as smooth a sales experience as is possible when you work with us.
What are you guys excited? What project you got right now? Are you selling something you're excited about?
we have a few things. That
Got a
we're
few you're
I
excited
mean,
about?
we have something on the market right now that's truly special. We've
do you
done a couple open houses for it already, and we love this house. It's 3459 Irwin Ave in the Bronx.
It's in Kingsbridge.
It's in
which
Kingsbridge.
which is just on the border of Riverdale
Yeah.
and Kingsbridge.
Hot area right now.
Yeah.
It's a very hot
It's
area.
3
and-
blocks from the subway,
Yeah.
but when you stand,
and
it's,
down the hill from where we live, so we get to walk there.
it's a very
right?
easy walk for us.
Very
Really?
convenient.
Yeah.
It's a single family home. We're particularly excited about it because it's our first single family that we're selling in the neighborhood.
Love it.
It's also our first historic home. It was built
Historic,
in
yeah.
1932.
This is the one I'm talking. I saw
Yeah.
this one. Yeah, this is beautiful.
Built in
I like it.
1932.
We got a really nice video of it done. So,
Yeah?
yeah. It's on our Instagram if you haven't seen it.
I don't know
It's
if I saw the video. I
really
saw you guys
good.
posting pictures of it. It's has like a little stucco on the brown. Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So it's a shingle-sided house. It was designed by an artist named August von Eisenbarth. And the only thing I've really learned about him is that he's a Hungarian artist. He moved here in the 20s with his wife. He designed it for his wife.
Oh, wow.
So it was very romantic.
Oh, I love
A lot
that.
of love.
And there's nothing like it in the neighborhood
no,
because
nothing like
everything
it.
else
Isn't
is
that great
Tudor or Bronx
Because they built
brick.
it for themselves.
for themselves. Isn't that great when there's like a little story that goes with
Yeah.
something? You know, it makes it
our
more
favorite.
intimate.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and I've seen now in our area, me and you especially, dude. I mean, going up to Catskills with your dad, doing the antique stuff all those years, we've seen some very historic homes. And at the time, you don't fucking know shit. You know, like you're a fucking wise ass little kid running around with Big Aaron going to all the estate sales and shit. And these, now I like look at these historic, I'm like, holy fuck. Like we were in, beautiful fucking things were built in the 1900s and the 20s, and the stories that they have. You know, this was built by this architect with this background for this reason. And I find it now as an adult and as a little more of an educated mind, I find it very intriguing.
Me too. I mean, Dad really trained me to really appreciate old things.
I love it. Big Aaron.
And be curious about where they come from and the story behind them.
Yes.
So thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Aaron.
Shout out to Dad.
This is, not to get sidetracked here or anything like that.
Stillwater Auto Body.
Stillwater Auto Body, Big Aaron.
Recommend towing.
Yes.
Now you have your ad break to slide.
That's the ad break right there. The guy,
send him the bill later.
As you know, we're very close, and I've always done, I don't know, it's adventures. I'm an adventure guy, right? I do all types of weird little things. And when I was doing this podcast, I didn't know I was going to do anything. And then we started taking traction and all this bullshit. And we had to get into the studio in a week. We had a little 1 week. Yeah. And I was like, fuck. I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm going to do this. Like all this bullshit. Like I got people blowing up my phone for all types of shit. I called Aaron. He was like, what do you need? I was like, I need a couch. I need a barber. I need a chair. He's like, whatever you need, you go to our spot. You see what you take it. Put it in the studio. Don't worry about it. He has helped me out more times in my life than I mean, he's a saint. The guy's a saint. And he taught us a lot growing up, man. Remember going to those fucking, and we used to go up to Hunter Mountain like the fucking summer. There was nothing up there, right? Like Hunter Mountain was brand new. They just built that hotel up there.
I wish I liked hiking and camping back then. Because we would have had so much fun.
We were like 13 little brats, and we'd go up there, and he like, you're coming with me. We're fucking carrying trunks out of attics and shit, and fucking. No, but some of the shit was cool. And he was like, cool.
I'm sure you were over there like, can I go home and play Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like 13.
I still want to go home and play Pokemon, so I don't really care.
What are you guys now? You guys are gaming? You guys are gaming? What are you guys doing?
A little bit.
The pandemic launched that shit. I got off of it. I got into Call of Duty like everybody else during the pandemic, but now,
not us.
Dude, I'm not good at it, and I think it's for a reason.
It's hard.
It's hard, bro. It's not like it used to be.
I don't know. I'm not big on games with guns unless they're like shooting up aliens and shit.
You're a story guy. You like games with fucking missions.
Yeah, I love role playing games.
Role playing, yeah.
That's my favorite. I'm playing Biomutant right now, which just came out for the Xbox, and I'm really enjoying that one.
Did you guys get the new Xbox?
No.
I'm still on the old one.
I'm still on the Xbox One.
Xbox One, yeah.
Okay. I want to get a PS5, so if you have a hookup to find one.
Nobody has
a hookup to find.
Yeah,
but I'm not trying to spend like $2,500 on a PlayStation.
No. I'm sitting tight. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Now everyone can build. They build the fucking computers.
Yeah.
Build a computer for.
He's been wanting to do that.
I've been thinking about building a PC. I've
always smart guys. You can do
I'm sure I could do it, but
watch
you know what?
Video.
I don't think here's the thing for me.
No, I know motherfuckers that they go and spend like $300-$400 on a monitor. Stupid shit.
Here's the issue, right? If I have that much freedom in how I'm going to build a computer, I'm the kind of person who's like, well, I might as well get more RAM. Well, I might as well go more, and then I start buying the like high-end components,
and like don't need it.
And now I turned a computer that was supposed to be something like a fun project.
You go down
now
a
it's a
rabbit hole.
$5,000 expense for a PC that can do literally anything, and all I want to do is either look at porn or play Civ 6. Like, those are the only two things I'm using the computer for.
And work.
I have my laptop for that.
In between.
No,
in between the porn.
The gaming PC is for the porn and the gaming, not for...
Okay, now I got it. Now, listen.
Great. High definition porn.
All right. All the softball questions are out of the way, boys. We're breaking it down here.
Okay.
Now we're going to get deep dive.
You guys are married. You brought up porn. We're talking about porn now.
Should we lean in?
I got a question. I don't think I've ever asked you guys, and we're close. You guys watch porn together? How does this work? As two men... Because I'm as a man, every man is a porn fiend, and I know women that are porn fiends too. But what is this? You guys fucking like just throw something on the TV, you fucking go crazy. How does this? What does happen?
Any relationship,
you catch him jerking off, and you're like, "Fuck you." Like, where you should call me.
Any relationship where one partner looks at the other and is like, "You're looking at porn, but what about me?" makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it makes
no sense. And again, goes back to what's wrong with the straights. Like,
what's wrong with you people?
I have so many females that are like, "I can't believe you watched porn. We had sex last night." I'm like, "What's that to do with you?"
I'll have sex with you right now and then turn to Twitter. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we could be done and then I'm right back to porn.
So you guys are like, now enough. another thing. You guys are guys, dude. I jerk off everywhere.
We're men.
I jerk off everywhere, bro. I jerk off. I'm just fucking always ripping out my fucking
Now I
root.
wish I wasn't sitting on this chair, man.
You got like, is it like a thing? Like if you're like, are you like, you know, one person, you catch somebody, you're like, fuck you didn't call me, or like, is it a thing? You're just like, oh, you're gonna go watch jerk off in the bathroom yourself. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's both.
Yeah.
It's both.
You know,
we kid around.
Sometimes it's like,
fucking
I want to too.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
Yeah, I wanna join
Like,
it.
invite me.
Yeah, because you're guys. Like,
Do
that's
you need some help, or are you looking to do that by yourself? We all have our moods.
Jesus.
But you know what? There's something to be said about the enjoyment of solo masturbation.
You
Yeah.
do
No,
it
it's
We've been
true.
doing it since we were fucking kids.
Yes.
Of course we're gonna keep doing it.
If it's a natural human right, it's a right as a human. You're able to
Of
fucking
course.
masturbate by yourself.
Yes.
It's a right.
Yes, and no one should shame you for it.
And thank you.
Yeah. No one should shame you for it.
He's got my
where
vote.
the camera is.
Don't be ashamed.
Don't be ashamed to
don't be
jerk off.
ashamed.
The gays give you permission.
Yeah.
Stroke your pork sword. You should be happy.
But to answer your question, I mean, we also have different things that we like. He likes some porn, I like different porn.
was
So
gonna say, you guys
there
watching-
We all have our tastes.
Right,
Yeah.
there are
Different strokes
times
for
where we'll be
different
like,
folks.
"Holy
100%,
shit, look at this guy, he's hot as hell." And then there
Is
are
it always
times-
male on male porn? You guys watch male on male porn all the time? Is there any girls in there? Or is it like
no?
There are a few straight porn actors, men that I like watching.
Okay.
And I'll tolerate the woman in it.
Gotcha.
But
Not-
I can't
not me.
I can't listen to them.
Well, not to go. Have you ever had a relationship with a woman before?
I dated a girl in like middle school, but I don't think that counts. And she's a big lesbian now.
Have you ever been like elevate? Like you got ever been intimate with a woman?
No,
No. You.
no, we're
I'm a
both
Star gay.
Gold Star gays.
Yeah, we're Gold Star.
Both Gold Star games.
Yeah.
Now I know you had a girlfriend.
I had girlfriends.
You've had girlfriends.
Yeah. I had my beards.
Okay. So what I'm saying is when you're watching porn and shit with fucking women in the fucking porn video, you're not like that. I fucking may
No.
go back
No.
to that.
See,
None
but
of
here's
that
the,
shit.
right.
Absolutely
That's how
not.
I figured out I was gay. When I was a kid looking at porn, I was like, "Well, I'm only looking at the dude."
No shit.
And I was like,
course.
of
Yeah.
course, I'm looking at the dude, and I'm like, he's hot. He's got a big dick, and I'm like, what? Why do I care about this chick? And I was like, well, what will it look like with two dicks? And it's like, oh shit, I like this more.
Oh wow, there you go.
Yeah.
You went exploring.
Like,
Isn't
you
fucking internet a
just
wild
suddenly
place?
you realize.
The internet is a wild
Is a
place.
wild
I
place.
discovered a lot of things on the internet when I was a
Tell
kid.
Fuck, bro. Remember?
Two girls, one cup.
I was just gonna say, dude. We would
Guy
go,
with a glass jar.
Yeah,
Oh, like, you just saw that recently.
Not the one that broke in his ass.
Yeah, he just saw that
it's
one
fucking
recently. He'd
wild.
never seen that
wild.
one.
Oh my god.
I remember seeing that back in like 2000.
You remember my face when I saw it?
I know you were like in shock. 2000.
Because he was just like, everything's fine. I'm just gonna pull it out. And I'm like, what?
What about
you were
that guy?
You were like bleeding out.
And it's fucking and it was and it crunched and you heard it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good video.
Oh, what about the fucking guy? He died from horse cock. He got fucked in the ass by a
Mr.
horse.
Hands.
Yeah,
I
Mr.
know what you're
Hands.
talking about.
Mr. Hands.
I know what you're talking
Dude,
about.
what is up with these people?
I don't know.
I watch this shit.
I was definitely on
fucking
the internet
30
when I
million
was too
views.
young.
Fucking what the fuck?
There's wild shit.
Wild shit. And then what about the fucking? There's guys. They had what is it, the Pain Olympics or something?
Yep,
Guy fucking
yep.
cut his cock off with a
Yep.
fucking hedge clipper.
I saw that one.
I was like, oh.
You haven't
I was
seen
like,
that
oh,
one?
No.
Dude,
yeah.
I grab my nuts and I see that shit. Like I grab the body
What
part
about the one
that
who
they're doing
he
it to,
like
'cause I'm
literally
oh.
he had a
I'm like,
knife,
oh.
like a utility knife, and he split his sack open.
Oh,
and pulled him out.
I didn't
You
see
seen
that.
one?
Oh,
that
cringe.
one's
I'm gonna see.
fucked
I grab
up.
my nuts.
That one's fucked up.
Oh, dude.
There's
As soon as I
some-
see shit like that, you
there are
grab the
some
body
messed
part. I need
up
to check, and I
things.
still have it.
There are some messed up things on the internet.
The internet is wild.
And listen, to each their
We're
own.
not here to kink shame.
Yeah, you be
no kink
into what
shame,
you're into, but I draw the line at self mutilation. That's
Fuck
fucked up.
yeah.
No,
That's
thank you.
Crazy. Fuck, dude. Damn, now I don't even know what to say after that. I mean, we just talked about some guy chopping his cock off. There's like,
Right.
fuck.
I mean, this conversation's
back.
really gone the gamut.
Okay, we're going back to happy things. What are you guys' plans for Pride Month? You got any events you're going to? You guys gonna go to the parade or
I don't
no?
know what the deal is with the parade. I have to do my little research.
Yeah, right.
Because of the pandemic, I don't know if it's like on or not.
I don't
What's
know.
what's
mean, I have
what's like
a-
a good gay spot nowadays? Like I don't even know. Like I
Oh,
don't, I
we
don't
are
know.
not the people.
Yeah, we're not the right people to
ask,
ask.
right?
We're not
What
the
spot do
people
we
to
most frequent? The couch?
role
Like-
playing fucking Xbox. You're not fucking going out to the
Yeah.
clubs.
Yeah,
no,
we
I
go
got
to
you.
the couch.
I mean,
There's like what?
You guys go to that shit? You guys ever been to like gay bars, clubs? Shit?
Yeah, we have.
but
I mean, dude, you're from Florida. Fuck, dude. There's shit like that down there.
I mean, listen, I didn't do shit in Florida.
Really?
He left Florida when he was
18. I wasn't
Oh,
I wasn't
shit.
able to
Yeah,
really
yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
it yet. I mean, so I moved to New York City Like I graduated high school in May. By June, I was in New York City.
In the city.
I was in the city.
You were just like, I'm going to New York.
Yeah,
done
I was
deal.
always New York bound.
Yeah.
From like as young as I can remember.
Wow.
And I moved into an FIT dorm in the city at 18, and I did a summer internship in the city before I started at Purchase.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He was working on Broadway.
On Broadway.
On the Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was an
Hopefully
intern at
fucking
Wicked.
Broadway comes back. Jesus Christ.
It's going
it's coming
to.
back in
It's
September.
coming back. I saw, dude.
Tickets are already on sale.
I would like to go
Get your
see.
tickets.
I'd like to go see. I never saw Hamilton. I know it's been
Hamilton's
running for-
amazing.
It's amazing. I heard.
Amazing.
Just get
I
Disney
know.
Plus.
I want to go
It's a
see
lot
Hamilton.
cheaper.
Disney Plus. It's on Disney
Yeah.
Plus.
It's on
Disney
seen it in
Plus.
It's
real
with the
life.
original cast, though.
But you gotta see
The
it.
original cast isn't. They don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So you could see it with like Lin-Manuel.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, dude. Listen, you can watch.
doesn't know
You
what
can
that
watch The Lion
you
King
don't know
on
what
fucking
that is.
cartoon, but you go and see the play. It's completely different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be there. You
But
got
the
to
original
fucking.
cast is like amazing.
I get the original. I get the whole thing, but I need the fucking little guy to guide me to my seat, fucking take my ticket, and then when I'm fucking over there going, holy shit, flash me with the light. Like that's why it's the experience, you know? That's what I need. And I tell you what, like I always liked going down to see shows and shit like that. It was always a good time. But the city is different, as we know.
Yeah,
Fuck,
it doesn't
man.
feel so
It's coming
different.
back.
You know, we've been around, and you know, we were on the Upper West Side the other day. I'm out with clients all the time again.
Are you guys just like work-wise, right? I mean, are you guys doing a lot of showings down in people moving into Manhattan, the boroughs? I mean,
There's
where's
a lot
most
of
of the
movement
action
all
going?
over.
Manhattan's wild right now. The luxury market in Manhattan, over like 4 million. There's one company that keeps track of that demographic.
Mhm.
This year, there's been like 20 consecutive weeks of contracts signed at 4 million and above, at like over 30 contracts per week.
The average
healthy-
used to be like 15
Now, is that
to 20.
is that
A healthy market's 20 contracts per week.
okay? So is
So
that
this is like double.
is that because the price of a $10 million place is dropping to $5 million, or is that because people are just going back into New York City ready to roll?
People
It's
are
both.
coming back into the city.
But
I
it
mean,
is both.
pricing
They are,
hasn't
because I know the
shifted
price
significantly.
I know
Yeah,
people
but
are taking
a lot
major
of-
hits to get out.
A lot of these more expensive places it is inventory that's been sitting.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
I mean,
They,
are
they're
they
making
dropping?
deals
Are they?
on it.
I mean, listen, you
Yeah,
can
they're
go.
dropping
They're
price.
dropping price.
They
to
have
get people
to.
back in.
They have
I mean,
to.
there have been properties that have been sitting for years that at this point they need to move, and they drop them from 15 million to 10 to 8, and then they make the deal at 8.
But the other thing is there's an inventory shortage across the country.
Oh yeah.
But now it's hitting New York City. It was hitting the suburbs last year.
Yeah.
Now this year it's the city.
I mean, you talk
'Cause
to
people
any
are coming
suburban
back.
real estate
I
agent.
don't know if this is 100% true. Yeah, you guys can fact check me at home whenever, but I've heard that there's approximately like fucking $4 or $6 million $4 to $6 million foreclosures waiting that the government has on hold.
Oh, I'm sure.
because they don't want to fucking
That's not surprising me.
kick people out of their house right now in the fucking pandemic and all the
Right,
bullshit.
there's been a moratorium on that.
Yes. So that bubble, you know, because I see right now in the construction industry and shit like that, what I do, you know, 5-6 days a week, the inflation is out of control.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about
Gas prices are insane.
I mean, they're fucking banging us everywhere we go. In New York, 13% income tax they're talking about. They're talking about all types of shit. I mean, they're just taxing us and cutting your jobs and fucking all the bullshit. New York's a fucking tough area. Tough area. It was always tough.
I mean,
to
the
live.
city is the most expensive place to live now. Our taxes in the city have now surpassed, with property taxes and everything,
Yep.
the West Coast and the expensive areas like Beverly
100%.
Hills and all that.
And the one thing that, I mean, you guys, you know, you live in the Bronx and you're traveling throughout the city daily and all the boroughs and all the bullshit. But I don't understand the draw anymore, because
The draw for the city?
you can work remotely from home. You can have any job remotely. So I know from Florida, they're moving down there in droves. People
There's
parachuting
no
into
income
Florida.
tax in Florida.
Fucking Austin, Texas is
Listen,
through the roof.
that can all be true.
Yeah.
There's
but
nothing
New York
like New York City.
I'm not saying New
Where
York
else
City's
is
ever
like
going to
New
die.
York
No. Nowhere's like New York City. Nowhere's like
Nothing
New York
else
City.
like it in the
Nothing
world.
like it in the world. I get it. But at one point, do you say, you can't afford to be there? I mean, you just can't afford it. It's fucking crazy.
It is expensive, but I mean, it takes a cutthroat kind of person to live in New York City.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you have access to everything when you're in New York City. Even now, when things are shut down, you still have access to the world that you don't have in other
And
places.
where do you want to go party?
Oh no, I know where I'm partying.
Right. I don't think you want to. I mean, you might
It's
like
not that
White
I'm partying-
Plains,
it's
but
not
you're
that
going to
I'm
go down
partying
to
in
the city.
It's not that I'm partying in the city. Like I can have a good time in a phone booth, but there's things that I want to pursue career opportunities that are in the city and dreams and passion and everything else that New York City has to offer that nowhere else in the world has to offer.
Right.
Yep.
There's nowhere like it. And
No,
that's
you're
the
right.
draw
That's
to
the
it.
draw. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do within the
And
boundaries of
everyone
good
is
taste.
happy and excited to say, "Oh, New York City is dead. New York City is dead."
No, the comeback's going to be great. I
it's
think
never.
it's going
But,
to come back.
Why
I
would
think
you be
all that-
excited about New York City being dead?
I'm not excited about it being
like,
dead.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you are.
But-
Just like people
no.
were like, New York's dead, we're all leaving. Like, why would you be excited?
No, let me tell you something. New York,
If it didn't die after
dead
9/11,
people left,
like
I think there's going to be a change in leadership in the administration, and I think
Well, there has to be.
there
He's
done. He's done.
Yeah,
he's
he's out.
and thank God. But the whatever new administration comes in is going to be very crucial. I mean, there's never been this pivotal point in I think the history of New York City. I mean, you're coming out of an economic shutdown, so whoever's going to restart it, start it back up. I mean, just a simple question that I always do: do you take away outdoor seating? Do you take it away? I mean, you gave it to
Everyone
them.
likes it.
Everyone loves it.
Everyone loves
Everyone
it.
loves
Even
it.
though it's bad for the streets because it
You
makes the
can't
streets more
drive
narrow.
anywhere.
I mean, they
Yeah.
were
you
about
can't
they were
drive anywhere.
they were just about to put that new toll in where any driving below 96th Street was
96th.
going to be like crazy, like expensive to do. So I guess we're moving towards a city that's discouraging driving
Well, that's
anyway.
the thing.
So what's the
They
difference?
hate. There's no car. You're not allowed to have a car. Pretty much like they're making it with taxes and parking garages and. Where do you even fill your car up with gas in the city?
From the West Side Highway.
Yeah,
West Side Highway.
there's fucking exactly. There's like 2 gas stations.
Yeah, there are a few like uptown, like in Inwood.
Yeah, as soon as you get further up, but
Right.
dude, if you're fucking there's no gas stations.
Yeah, you're stranded.
You're stranded.
Yeah.
It's and I understand the whole push to go green and bicycles and everything else, but in all fairness,
they have to-
practicality. You got to be practical. You do have to get services and goods. I mean,
Yeah.
cargo.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Shut down? No driving? How the fuck is everyone gonna get their Amazon deliveries?
Yeah, but
UPS
listen,
trucks.
It's not going to be shut down to commercial traffic. It's going to for
Well, how do you handle it?
passenger
Commercial traffic takes the same streets as passenger traffic.
They have to invest in public transportation.
They have to.
the
They have
MTA
to.
is falling apart, and it has been for
It's
a long
so
time.
bad.
Yeah, that needs an overhaul.
And
so bad.
And the subway systems are so dangerous right now.
And they're so dated. I mean, they're using the
Dated,
same signal systems
dangerous.
throughout that they've used for 120 years.
There's-
I mean, and constantly, this is great audio, right?
Right, great audio.
Constantly, they're shutting down train lines and revamping them, but they're not doing enough investment when they shut down those lines. They're just kicking the can down the road a little bit further.
Yeah.
They're like redesigning stations instead of like upgrading the trains.
Yeah.
And like installing more express lines.
Dude, like, listen,
that, like get you from A to B in
There
half
is
the
the
time.
fact
I-
that the
that's
one
what we should
train
do.
Exactly.
is
I-
local from 96th to 242nd Street,
upsetting.
and there's no express train.
Yeah.
There's no express track.
Yeah.
For us to get home in the Riverdale, this is the one downside to our neighborhood. Otherwise, we love our neighborhood. There is no, we sit from 96 to 242nd with a stop every 10 blocks.
Yep.
Every
and,
7 blocks.
and the crazy thing is, like, reality, what are you going, 10 miles, 14 miles? It takes you fucking 2 hours?
Manhattan is 12 miles long.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're going nothing. Like, distance-wise, you could fucking run it. You know what I'm saying? You could fucking run it quicker.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing. It's the greatest city in the world. And the transportation shit. The fuck. I mean, sometimes I'm like, who thought of this?
Yeah.
Who had that idea?
But then you go somewhere else and you realize that the fucking trains stop at 8 p.m. and you're like, what the hell?
yeah. That is true. That is
You
true.
know, you run on down to DC and you're like, oh, how do I get around? Oh, everything's done already.
Yeah. Or you go to like some cities, there's no fucking, like you go to Miami, there's no fucking subways.
There's
and shit.
nothing
There's
in
nothing
There's
there.
the Tri-Rail.
Nothing there. Yeah.
That drops you off in Miami.
got
That's like for commuters.
That's like, yeah, it's
Dude,
commuter
you're,
rail
you're
to
on
the
95.
downtown.
You're just on major highways everywhere you go. Same thing out in California, shit like that. There's no fucking shit like that. Like
No.
New York City stuff. No. I mean,
There's
you got
nothing like
Chicago with trains and everything
Yeah,
like
they
that.
have the L.
Yeah, the L but it's it really is the greatest city in the world. Hopefully this comeback, it works out for everybody. I cross your fingers and hope for the best. It's the only thing you can do, right? I mean, what the fuck? But boys, I just got the sign. I think we're out of time.
Holy shit.
Bada bing.
Bada bing. It went quick, right?
Yeah, that was fast.
This was
Fuck,
so
man.
fun.
So much fun.
So fun, Jackie.
Listen,
Thanks for inviting us.
I am so happy you guys came. I'm so happy we sat down. We fucking got to do this.
Yeah.
And now that you guys are out and about, Dinner soon.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll come down to Riverdale. Let's go.
You've been saying that to us for
Dude,
6
I've been
years.
saying this for 6 years.
I think you're full of
I
shit.
don't want to hear
How the fuck is that even? Well, hold on. I am gonna say this. The last year has been a gimme. Okay, the pandemic has been a gimme. So I'm calling that. I'm throwing that
I'll
chip
give
out
you
there.
that one, but we've been in the same apartment 6 years,
I've
and
been
I
to the
don't.
apartment though.
Have you?
Twice.
Yes. Never mind. You weren't there.
I wasn't. Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
you
was
were
there twice,
avoiding
though.
me.
You weren't around.
I see
Well, we
that.
wanted alone time.
That's it.
This is getting gayer by
Jeff,
the second.
do not threaten me and him with an empty room, okay, dude? You're over here. I surpassed you as a best friend. I said, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure about that one? You sure about that one? All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming out.
Pride.
Happy
Happy
Pride.
Pride,
Health, wealth, and happiness.
Yes.
Hit him with the peace, Aaron. Give him a peace.
Peace.
Love it. Later.